some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up.
Hello again, this is Peter, aka Fathom, and I have another find. I just picked this up not too long ago at a local Goodwill. It's a bag of 1980s, 1990s 3-inch G.I. Joe figures. I have not opened them up yet, so I don't know who's inside. Let's take a look. Alright, can identify some of them. Here we got Destro, for when he was part of the or the leader of the Iron Grenadiers or Iron Grenadiers, I can't remember, but I actually have this guy, an original one, with his big honking vehicle. So having a second one isn't that bad at all. Let's see who else. I won't be able to name all these characters since it's been such a long time that I've been played with these or even involved myself with the show that much. Battle Armor Cobra Commander. This one's actually better condition than the one I found when I was a kid. This one comes with the backpack, but it doesn't have the mouthpiece. Let's zoom in and show how cool he is. There you go. It's actually pretty good condition. For getting this for $1, I can't really complain. I got this at my local Goodwill, right on Rand Road, in northwest side of Chicagoland area. Here's another guy. I don't know who his name is, but the toy looks pretty awesome. Here's another Joe. Let me just make sure it's nice and focused so you can see their face. The nice thing is the rubber bands on these look pretty intact on the ones I've been touching so far. Here's another G.I. Joe. I like his pants. Nice pattern. Really matches his top. This one looks like a variant of Wild Bill. I remember having the original Wild Bill. This is probably a newer variant of him that was made at the time. I remember this guy. When I was a kid, I had the space station with this guy, and I was stupid, and I ended up returning it. You know, kids do stupid things when they're young. But, this guy's actually pretty cool. Spacesuit. Cap comes off, you can see his face. Hey, and he has a mustache. He actually kind of resembles who just was in space. Actually, this helmet might not be his. There's a variant of this guy who may be Cobra and whatnot. He has a mask, it's covering it. His face, the helmet. No, the helmet does not fit on this one. Only fits on this guy. Yeah, only fits on this guy. Joints are a little loose, but I remember hearing a tip from a friend of mine from a long time ago who used to abuse the heck out of his G.I. Joes. He said, if you want them to stick to, if they're too tight, use a little baby oil to loosen the joints, and if you want to tighten them, use super glue, and then you just bend them constantly until it dries, so that way if you didn't, the joint will be permanently glued, but if you keep wiggling it, it'll make it tighter, so that way it'll be more intact. Here's another one. This guy actually comes with his backpack. This guy's a little loose on his waist. The rubber band is worn out. Here's another one. He looks pretty cool. His waist is a little worn out, but all in all, if I get him to stand up, maybe he'll stand up. Yep, he's standing up. Let's see if Destro stands up. Last I remember, Destro came with a sword. Since I have one, sadly I destroyed most of the boxes of my G.I. Joes, but since I kept the toys, I kept most of the weapons intact. I remember he had a sword that latched on right here onto his pants, or belt, whatever. So these guys can pretty much stand up on their own. You know, they're older, some of the joints are loose, but Cobra Commander, on the other hand, might not be able to stand up as well. I remember when I had the figure originally, he always was a pain in the ass. It's probably because the backpack adds the extra weight. Yep. Here's another G.I. Joe. You can always tell pretty much which one's G.I. Joe and which one's Cobra. Get these guys out of the way. Alright. Oh, this looks interesting. Looks like there's two versions. I'm trying to remember. I think there was a baseball player back in the day that was an exclusive G.I. Joe figure. This guy I'll have to clean. He's got like a weird yellow stain on him. You could see in the video compared to the guy's white shirt. But they look just about the same. Just one has yellow discoloration. Yeah, they're pretty much the same figure. Just one's in nicer condition. Has a little yellowing in the on the shoulder over here and a little bit on the back, but it might be able to be cleaned off. Let's see if I can put these focus these faces up a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, as I said, I don't remember the names of all these figures, so please bear with me. This guy, most likely a Joe, but could be Cobra. Typically, Cobra would cover their face unless they were key villains or comedy relief. Orange pants to match his really green, neon greenish color looking shirt. And a black helmet for good measure. That doesn't come off. It's part of his head. And finally, the last guy. Looks a little peculiar with the facial expression right there. His list is a little spinny, but other than that, he's in pretty good condition. So yeah, I found in this bag that I got for 99 cents at the Goodwill, I've got one figure. Let me put it better. One figure. Two figures. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 figures for $1. When I was a kid, this guy was a pain in the butt to find. You couldn't really find him anywhere. And for $1 for 15 of these, this was an awesome find. Especially since when I was a kid, these were back in the day in the 1980s and 90s, $6 to $8 per figure. Unless you went to Woolworth, which they typically have them cheaper if you were lucky to find the ones that you want. Like one of the key brands that made G.I. Joe sell a lot more toys were Sergeant Slaughter's Marauders. If you remember those toys, those were pretty damn cool. But they weren't that easy to find, all the figurines and weapons and whatnot. But yeah, this is pretty cool. So like I say, keep your eye out. Check out your local thrift store. Support good. You're supporting, if you're going to Goodwill, you're supporting Goodwill while you're at it, so you're helping people out for buying these cool toys. And yeah, happy hunting. Any comments, feedback, please leave them below. And also, if you got the names, if you know the names for the characters, send me a message on YouTube or Twitter, and you can comment below.